Today's thrifting trip is all for the girls. I really want to thrift for pink, and I know I passed on 2 pink button-ups the past couple weeks. I don't know, I'm thinking more of these pins is like what I want for pink. I also want to thrift for some dresses. I've been looking for dresses for a long time, and now that I've cleared my closet of some, I would love to find some more fun ones to replace it with. And just overall, I want girlier, fun tops. Even if something's not pink, I feel like the print or style of it could be really girly, and I just want to add some more feminine touches to my closet. I also wanted to have a little girl chat today. I'm so excited to thrift with you girls today. Let's just get thrifty. You guys will recognize this one. We are back at my favorite Savers in Woodbury, Minnesota. It had actually been a while since I'd been here because the prices got a little steep and I just kept not finding things here, but it has been a solid couple weeks, if not months, since I've been here, so I was super excited to see what they had. I will say, it was super fun looking for just girly things. I feel like I was able to surprisingly go through the clothes pretty fast. I was looking for pink mainly, but also the other colors too, so I was looking for fun girly patterns, ruffles, just things that gave a feminine vibe. I really had in mind the woman that I want to be looking for the clothes, and I feel like that just helped narrow things down a lot. I thought this shirt was really fun. I love the pattern, the ruffles, stuff like this one was a little bit out there, but still so fun to just be zeroing in on those girly clothes. It actually was surprisingly easy to see when looking through all the racks of clothes. Now, as a disclaimer, I personally want to add more girly feminine pieces to my closet. I feel like I want to reach for them when I get dressed and I just don't have them, so no one's forcing me to do this. I don't feel pressure to do this, and I'm not saying that you need to get girly pieces in your closet. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and confident. And right now in my life, I just feel this pull to dress a little bit more feminine, especially with a top, because I love a jean. Like having a jean and a nice, fun, feminine, colorful top is so cute. It's such a perfect combo to me. I did though end up finding one of my favorite basics, which is the Old Navy snug tees. I love these so much, and I know they're not as feminine as like this pretty orange top, but I had to put it in the cart to try on just in case, because even though lately I've been so drawn to fun feminine tops like this, I will never stop wearing my basic tees. That being said though, I would love to have a little girl chat in the comments. Do you feel most confident in a girly feminine kind of top, or more confident in like a basic comfy simple top? Let me know your thoughts below. As you guys probably know, I'm very drawn to basics, tops that are good for layering and that kind of go with a lot of stuff, but I have been lately wanting more personality tops like this one. A fun print, it's very memorable, it has a lot of personality, and I feel like I need to get out of my head that I can only wear it for one occasion, because that is just simply not true. This pink top reminded me of this pin, so I was really excited to try it on. As you know, I've been kind of struggling finding the right shade of pink for me, but this one seemed pretty promising. We took a break from the tops to go through the dresses, which my original plan was to go through the dresses first, but I was so excited when I walked in, I just went through the first rack of clothes that I saw. This dress from American Eagle was super cute. I love the ruffles on there, but it just wasn't in my size and it was a little short, and I really would love a maxi dress. I am really trying my best to stick to that. And even though it wasn't maxi, I was kind of interested in this dress. It felt like 100% cotton. It was made in India and it just seemed very organic, if that makes sense, but the style of it wasn't quite right, and so I decided to pass on it. I was really drawn to this purple and white dress, but the fabric wasn't quite right, and again, it was short, which also this white dress from Old Navy was also short. I definitely am starting to give up on my dream of finding a maxi dress at the thrift because it is just so hard, and the short ones are always the cuter ones, like this one from Gap. How fun is this? I love the puffy sleeves. I love the purple color. I wasn't quite sure if the purple color was right for me or if it was too cool, but we're going to definitely try it on. I did find some dresses and some really fun prints, like this one from American Eagle just wasn't in my size. I love the print of that. I think that's so fun. And then this one from LA Hearts, again, a medium and short and just not really quite the look that I'm going for. Now, I thought we were done going through all the dresses, but I realized that they had moved my size dresses over one and I had totally missed it. So we hadn't even gone through the dresses in my size. So honestly, I was pumped because the other sections didn't really have much. So this felt like a second chance at me finally finding a dress. I ended up putting back this Old Navy one though. I just have a lot in this color now and it already has had to grow on me a lot. I definitely am not like a red person. And so for a dress, that's just not really what I'm looking for. I also said no to this universal thread dress for a couple reasons, mainly again the color. This one was a little bit more coral, so it almost could have worked, but it was strapless and I just think that would be annoying. But at almost the very last second, we found this dress, and at first I thought it was too good to be true, but it actually did come in my size, though it was a maternity size small, but it was maxi. Look at the color, it looked stunning. I was so excited to try this on, and I was just hoping and praying that it actually would fit. At the long sleeves, I found yet another pink button up, and this one was Gap, no less. I swear these things follow me absolutely everywhere. I don't know if I can do it. I have a lot of button ups, and I think I'd rather have something else in pink. I did end up finding this long sleeve striped polo thing. Old Navy has one that is so similar, but this one was J. Crew, which was even crazier. I thought this could be a fun one to try because it's colorful, bold, kind of different for fall. And another long sleeve that I found was a nice universal thread floral blouse. This was so pretty. I love the purple, but I wasn't sure if the color would actually look good on me or not, so I was very excited to try this one on as well. I did decide to go to the bottoms because a lot of my pins have pink on the bottom, which I feel like is such a fun way to add pink to your outfit. I didn't find much in the shorts, so I went to the skirts to see if I'd have any luck there. I rarely have good luck in the skirts. I did find this pink J. Crew one with kind of a scalloped bottom, which was super cute, but just not my style or something that I think I would wear very often. And even though I kind of banned myself from the pants, I did look over there, and the only contender I found were these pink pants, which is definitely not the vibe I'm going for right now. You guys know I've been trying to make my crew neck collection more colorful, so I was really excited to dig in here and look through all of their crew necks and sweaters. And this Savers has so many to look through, so I figured we'd be bound to find something. After all that digging, really the only thing I would consider buying is this Lambeau Field hoodie. I love this green color, how it's different than Packer green. And this Target crew neck I brought for discussion. I don't love like pleating or ruffles on a crew neck. It's not really the girly vibe I'm going for. If you like it, that's totally fine, but just not really quite my style. We decided to check out the pajama section just to see what was there. I found this nightgown from Charter Club, and actually the print looked really cute. I don't normally sleep in a nightgown nightie, but I thought it could be fun to try on, and I don't know, maybe fun to try, maybe I'd love it. They actually had a couple of really nice robes here. Like, look at this blue one. It felt like such good quality and might be even vintage. I don't know. I ended up finding that Charter Club brand again. This I ended up deciding to pass on because they were capris and looked a little bit worn in. I still have really been wanting a graphic tee, so I went to the men's section to see what we could find, and as you can see, this is what we were dealing with. The graphic tees are just dry, not the vibe. This is not what I mean when I say graphic tee. The main thing in the shoes that I want is cowgirl boots, but if we find any other girly shoes, I'd definitely be down. These ones, I don't even know what to call these clogs, but like denim, so cute. I actually really love these, but I don't think they were in my size. And these boots were Madewell, and I was so tempted to get these, but I just feel like I don't have much of a need for boots like that. And these shoes caught my eye because I was like, whoa, are these Aviator Nation? But I think they might be American Eagle's ripoff of Aviator Nation. And that brand is pretty expensive, and so I was surprised if I did find it at the thrift store. The only reason I know what this brand is because I lived in Austin, Texas for 4.5 years, and I just don't really see people up here in the Midwest wearing that brand, so it would be a really rare find if it actually was legit. I kind of wish I hadn't done a last little look over in the dress section because this one was adorable, but it wasn't in my size, and sadly $20. I don't know why it was listed so high. Either way, I think we have enough in our cart, so let's try on. The first piece that I wanted to try on is this universal thread tank. I love this, except the V was a little deep and the flap didn't have any sort of stitch holding it together. I love the ruffles though. I love the fit. The color is very fun, but I just feel like the V was kind of making me a little nervous, and I don't know, but very feminine, very girly. I love the direction we're starting with. Next, we tried on this Periwinkle Forever 21 top, which was very tight. I was shocked, and also went down very low in the chest. Like if I had it where I naturally wanted it to go, it would be crazy low. It was also pretty tight around my biceps, and I feel like the crop was a little bit too high. So with the fit, I just feel like this was definitely a pass. But for Forever 21, this quality was actually amazing, so I really wish it had a better fit. Next is this pink top, which actually is the same brand as the white top that I got from Turnstile. So I knew that this has such a good fit to it. But what do you guys think of this pink color on me? I was so conflicted about this, and then I remembered I actually have an Old Navy tee that's very similar to this, so I did decide to pass on it. But I think I maybe like this pink color better than the Old Navy one, but I don't know, maybe it's not the best pink for me. I'm still not sure. Speaking of Old Navy tees, we had to try on this blue snug tee. This one, as you can see, is just not the right color. It almost looks gray on me and then I look gray, but the fit is amazing. I love these tees so much. They're so comfortable. I wish this blue just had a little more blue to it, and I kind of was like blending in with my shorts. Everything just looked very bland. But then you compare it to this fun Target top in this orange color and it's so much better. This top was so fun. I love the double ruffle situation. I love how feminine and girly this top is. The length of it was a little bit longer than I liked, but the ruffles, look at how fun those are in this eyelet fabric. I do wish though that the top wasn't quite as long because I kept wanting to tuck it into my shorts because leaving it out was at it's kind of a weird length for me at least. And the neckline was a little bit higher than I'm used to. I am not used to having something so far up my neck, but I don't think it necessarily looks weird on me like that. All around though, such a fun girly top. This next top also has a lot of fun personality, and when I put it on, I was like, maybe it's too much personality. Do I like the personality of this top? I love these colors though. I love how flowy the top is and the ruffles. It also has kind of the double ruffle situation, which I just think looks so feminine and pretty, but I just wasn't sure if it was too busy or not, and if it was kind of in the pattern style that feels like me. So this went in the maybe pile for now. Next was a super pretty flowy pink top, and the first thing I noticed was the neckline. It didn't seem right where it was sitting, but it also wasn't right off the shoulders. Like that looked weird. So maybe I'm overthinking it, but I wasn't quite sure how it was supposed to lay on me. I do love these sleeves, and the fabric was so soft and flowy, and I do love this pink color as well. I thought it looked really pretty, and I love the idea of it. I just feel like the fit wasn't really doing me any favors, and I just wasn't the biggest fan of how it laid on my body specifically. The next top was also a little bit different. It's from the brand Anna, and it was very fun. It was a little bit cropped, but not too bad. It also had a tie in the back that I couldn't really get to, but you kind of get the vibe of how it would look. The sleeves were very puffy, which to me just looks so girly and so feminine. I loved the color of this too. I liked how bold the print was as well, and how different it looks from anything else in my closet. I really have nothing like this at all. Next was this floral universal thread blouse, which is so cute, but as soon as I put it on, I knew it wasn't right for me. See how bright the tank looks, and then when I cover it up, my face just looks gray, the shirt looks gray, everything looks bad. And this is a very pretty purple top, but for me, just does not look good, honestly. And it does not make me feel beautiful or feel feminine. It just looks very blah. But it's crazy because on the hanger, honestly, I think it looks adorable. This next top is a wild turn. It's this striped polo, and I was shocked at how tight the arms were. I thought this would give kind of an oversized slouchy look, but it definitely was a little bit more fitted, which I did not love. I do feel like the colors weren't as good on me as I thought they would be. They're not terrible. I do love the bold stripe, but the fit with the collar and the tight sleeves just weren't, I don't know. And I don't really necessarily know what my style even is, but this I don't think is it. Although don't quote me on this, because I could definitely see you seeing me in something similar down the road, but for now, this one isn't the right one. Next, we tried on the purple Gap dress. This one was surprisingly so cute. I mean, not surprisingly, like it really has everything going for it. I love the tie, I love the shoulders, and I love the buttons. It just looks so beautiful and feminine while also staying pretty casual. The fabric wasn't totally my favorite, and I found out that it was part cotton, part linen, so it just kind of had that harder, scratchier, like sturdier feel, which very good quality, but not the softest. I think this dress would have looked so cute full maxi, but honestly I didn't mind it too much short as well. Honestly, my biggest hesitation with it was the color. I just felt like the purple maybe looked a little too cooling on me and wasn't really that flattering. As you can see when I put the dress to my face versus away, I just feel like it looks a little bit better without it. But don't forget, we do have one more dress to try on, and it's this one from Old Navy. I cannot express to you the relief I felt when this fit when I put it on, because it was technically maternity, and so I was a little worried it'd be a little too big, but I was able to adjust the straps so that the chest went up and wasn't too deep of a V for me. I just think this dress looks so stunning. I love that it's pink, I love the pattern, and the fabric feels so soft and comfortable. This might not be everyone's cup of tea, but for some reason for me, this dress just feels like me as a woman, and I'm obsessed. But I can't really say the same about this pajama nightie. It wasn't the worst, but just wasn't quite what I was looking for. I probably would take this little lace insert out. I feel like that would make it look a little better. I don't know. I'm not a nightgown person. Let me know if you are though, because I think it would be really fun. I just think this one was a little short. Okay, that was a lot of clothes we just went through. I had a lot of decisions to make. There were so many fun girly finds, and I think most of you guys know this, but I tend to do one less look over in the store, and I am always so glad that I do, because look at what I found just hanging out out in a rack that I had already went through. We were trying this on ASAP. Sometimes with tops like this, you don't know if they'll fit you right, but honestly, this one seemed pretty dang good. Also, the strings were adjustable, so you could actually tighten it up so it wasn't too loose or anything. I was trying to look for stains on this and I didn't find any, which is crazy for a white top. If this isn't the definition of a girly top, I don't know what is, so I cannot wait to show you guys my very girly thrift haul. Okay, well, that was interesting. I went to get this coffee, which is super good, by the way. Ooh, okay, you guys, I tried a maple pancake latte iced from Caribou. I asked if they had any more syrups because I love a vanilla latte, but I feel like from Caribou, I'm not like in love. I haven't tried this at all, so this will be my very first sip. That is good. I just found my new favorite coffee drink. This is so good. And it not only was super hot, it also is corn sweat season, so it is just humid. Like the Midwest is already humid, but it literally feels like the tropics. But the lighting was bad. So I switched spots, and right when I did that, someone came up next to me at Caribou. Are you kidding me? And then it just started completely downpouring. This is so annoying. Here we are the next morning. I saved a little bit of coffee for us, and we are going to do the haul right now. Honestly, I think this worked out for the best because it's finally a sunny, bright day, so we get to see all the things from the haul in all their glory. After the haul, we'll do our little chat. I don't have anything too crazy to chat about, but I thought I'd put it at the end. For all of you who are just here for the thrifting, which I totally get, let's jump into our very, very girly and honestly, really, really good thrift haul. The first piece in this haul is actually the last piece that I ended up finding, and I'm so glad I randomly walked down this aisle. This shirt is perfect. I actually found a shirt sort of similar for my friend Ellie when I was thrifting for her, and I was very tempted to keep it. It had this eyelet fabric, so beautiful. This is an American Eagle shirt in an extra small, and it was $6.49. The prices were surprisingly good at Savers. Some things were a little overpriced, but lately I just have had a hard time with the Savers because just have marked things up so high, but I feel like this is pretty fair. This is in this like eyelet fabric, so beautiful, so timeless. I love the like scrunch at the top here. You can actually adjust this, and I love the little like floof ruffle at the bottom. This is so pretty, and I cannot believe how perfectly white it is for being donated at the thrift store. I have a lot of white t-shirts. This is true. I have, I think maybe 4 white t-shirts, but I don't have any white fun personality tops, and I feel like as a girl you just kind of need one, and this one is so perfect. I'm really, really excited about this. This is one that I think if I hadn't been doing thrifting for pink and girly things, I probably maybe would have passed on this, thinking that I won't get a lot of wear out of it, but this is the type of stuff that I need. And even though this isn't pink, this is very, very girly. This just screams being a girl, you know what I mean? This is just one of those pieces that you just need, and this will never go out of style. So the next top is this one. I did decide to get this, and actually AJ really surprisingly liked this one, which I was kind of shocked by because it is a little bit of a wild card. This is from the brand Anna. I've seen this brand a lot, and I forget like where it's from, and it's in an extra small, and it was $6.49 as well. And this feels just like new. This has to be 100% cotton too. 98% cotton and 2% spandex, which is kind of weird. I guess it does have a little bit of a stretch to it, but again, this is one of those tops that I feel like is just the woman I want to be would wear this top. And same with this. I just feel like both of these are so feminine yet so me. Like they're not like me trying to be something I'm not. This one is super fun and unique. I love the bold plaid print and the colors that it's in, how it's in this really bright yellow and blue and like seafoam color. I love the sleeves. I love the tie in the back. I love that it's cropped. I don't know, it's just such a good mix of everything. I really, really love this one, and I've never really seen a top like this. And for $6.50, I just feel like it's so fun. So much personality, and this isn't pink, but I feel like this gives pink energy that's in my style. I'm just really excited to wear this. I feel like too, this is a really good one for the fall because it's plaid, which like feels very fall, but it's still in my color season, which is very bright. Some of the fall fashion can feel kind of like dull on me and a little bit like depressing. I don't know. So I'm really excited to try and dress bright for fall, and I think this one is going to be a perfect transition piece too. And the last item is definitely my favorite. I can cannot believe that we found a dress. This has been a quest of mine for so long. It is so hard to find. I mean, just dresses at thrift stores in general. A lot of you guys have mentioned to me that you also struggle finding dresses at the thrift store. As you guys know, I am pretty picky, and I think it's just hard to find not only a dress, but like a maxi long dress. But as soon as I saw this one on the hanger, I was like, this is exactly what I want in a dress. I love the colors of this. It's not like it's just like a sheet dress. There's still the ruffles at the bottom. There's still a crisscross pattern. I love that the seam is up here. I think that's really pretty. I love that these straps are kind of a little bit thicker. This is an Old Navy dress in a maternity size small, which did make me hesitate a little bit. I was like, this might not work, but surprisingly it did. I think adjusting the straps really helped. This is the most soft fabric ever. It feels so comfy. I could literally sleep in this. It does have a little like slip under here. I don't know if that's because of like the maternity part of it, if that like helps, or I'm not really sure. This is just so beautiful. And the best part of it all is this was only $5.49. I want to wear this every single day. I wish I could have more dresses in this. It also is so perfect because I literally just got rid of a ton of dresses in my declutter my closet, getting rid of my dresses video, and that made room for this dress, which is so much better than the dresses that I got rid of. It just feels so much more me than the other dresses that I've held on to for so many years. It's so good. Not gonna lie though, it is a little bit rough having this be a maternity dress after going through 2 miscarriages last year. It wasn't my favorite thing to realize that that was what this dress was. At the same time, it does feel like a little bit of hope, being like, I might have gotten this dress and I might be able to actually wear this when I'm pregnant one day. I know that that might not be the case, and I have come to peace with the fact that I haven't necessarily come to peace with that fact, but I know that that's not a guarantee or a given, but I do have hope that one day I'll be wearing this dress with a cute little bum. It was a little bit hard at first, but now I feel like I'm kind of glad that I have a maternity dress ready to go in case I ever need it. Not only that, it's in pink and it's very girly and very fun, and I'm obsessed with it. Look at how beautiful this thrift haul is. We have a little pink in there. We have some cute textures and patterns. This is just arguably, I think, my favorite thrift haul of the year yet. I do think it'll be a little bit of a challenge for me since I love stuff like this, you know what I mean? Like, this is like more of my everyday type wear, but I do think that this is such a good place to start, and this just, I don't know, it just makes me so happy. So the total for all of this came to $18.58. Under $20 for a very fun, girly thrift haul is not a bad deal. For 3 pieces plus a dress, I would pay $18 just for this dress alone, so I'm happy about that. Okay, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do this chat over here. This is in my sewing room. Don't mind all the fabric everywhere. I read this verse the other day, and it's in John 9, and I really liked it. I thought I'd read it to you guys. It says, as he passed by, he saw a man blind from birth, and his disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, it was not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him. You know, I think when things happen to us and when things aren't going right, it's like, what went wrong? Like, why is this happening? You know, in our case, it's, you know, the miscarriages. Like, why does everyone else get to have, it seems like everyone else gets to have normal pregnancies, normal babies, like everything works out, and like, what did we do? Why did twice this not work out for us? I just think it's cool that Jesus was the one who said, this man was blind so that God's work might be displayed in him. What an honor that is. Like, that is so cool. This just feels so direct. This is what God, his intentions were, was to work through us. I just thought that might be encouraging to you if you are in a place where you're like, why is this not working out? Why was I made this way? Why is this happening to me? It might just be because God wants his works to be displayed in you. That just feels like such a different way to carry what you're going through and like what happened to you. This little note says that God, in his mysterious and wise providence, sometimes allows his children to go through hardship and suffering so that they can experience God's mercy and power in delivering them. Again, that just feels like such a blessing. That feels like such a gift, such an honor to be able to be used by God in that way, versus feeling like bad for yourself and sorry for yourself and feeling like bitter and angry, which I definitely have and do experience a lot of those things. I think lately I've just had a hard time kind of coming to terms with the timeline of my life and how it's not what I wanted or planned or that we like tried to have. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, whether it be when you get married, when you get your job, when you have kids, when you buy a house. And I think on social media, a lot of people just brag about a lot of things, how young they are when they got their house, or how young they were when they had kids, or how they're done having kids by this age, or you know, they married their husband when they were 19. And it's just like there's a lot of bragging about the timeline of life, and I think that's what social media can be so hard. And I think it's just been really hard for me to have peace with where I'm at, because I wanted that. I wanted to be a mom as young as I could be, and honestly I don't even know how many more years we'll have to wait for that. But one thing though that I have found a lot of comfort in, at least in this, is naming things. This was a couple months ago. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a mature mom. That makes me feel a lot better than thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be so old when I'm a mom, like I'm gonna be in my 30s. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be a mature mom, and I'm going to have more life under me before we have kids. My marriage is going to have more years under us. We'll be in hopefully a better spot financially even. Like, I'll be more sure of myself. That makes me feel a lot better thinking of it that way. I'm not an old mom, I'm a mature mom, and I'm going to just have more wisdom when I bring our kids into this world and when I'm meeting them and getting to raise them. That has made me feel a lot better, just viewing it and giving it a name. You know, this verse, it's like, yeah, that's great that God is going to display his glory through you, but like, what do you do when he hasn't yet? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do when you're like, well, now what? Well, I still have this problem. I still feel behind. I still feel lonely. I still feel broken, you know, whatever. Praying and asking God, like, what is this? You know, like, what is this time of my life for? What changes now? How can I change my perspective on this new thing that you've given me, this new path in life that I never thought I'd be taking? Yeah, for me, that has helped a lot, and I just see myself as I'm going to be a mature mom now. I just think that's a gift in itself. It's a gift to be a young mom. It's a gift to be young when you're married. It's a gift to be older when you're married. There's not like one way that's better than the other. I think I've just learned that everyone has such different ways of going about their life, such different ways that God has a story for your life, and in one way is not better than the other. A lot of things on the internet are just so black and white. It feels like that's what it wants to be, especially as women. There's so much to think about all the time, and there's so much to compare ourselves to, but I hope this comforts you to know that God will be working in your life, and his works will be displayed in the trials that you're going through. I know that there was a comment on my last Thrifting for Pink video where we had a little chat too, that you guys would love to do some sort of like Bible study, and I would absolutely love that. I just don't know how to do it. But yeah, that is all I really had for today for this little chat portion. Kind of a little bit heavier, so I'm sorry about that, but I hope that it just still applied to your life in some way, because I don't know, life can be a lot sometimes, and it's hard to know what the heck God is up to and what he's doing. I will say though, some days I feel like for the past couple weeks, thrifting has been so therapeutic to me. I have found so much peace again in thrifting, as dumb as that sounds. Focus on things like clothes, fashion, fun stuff, finding a good deal. Truly an escape for me in some ways, and like a hobby that I just love. So let me know below if you have a hobby or thing, maybe an untraditional thing that helps you take your mind off of the seriousness and heaviness of life. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing to kind of help yourself not feel so heavy and to not, you know, dwell on things, because thrifting is definitely one of mine, and I'm so glad that I get to take you guys along because it's just so fun. So I'm gonna finish this coffee. Okay, it is very good. Don't forget to subscribe to the laundry chat if you haven't already. I put out videos every Monday and Thursday, and I will see you guys in the next one.